In this video, we're going to continue our exercise for Round Midnight, the tune by Thelonious Monk. We're going to tackle the second line in the lead sheet. We did the first line in the lead sheet. I have a video on that. It's part of the playlist. You might want to check that out. And also, I did a complete recording of this so you know what the goal is to be able to do chord voicings like this. It's a video that I'm going to post up here in the corner. The reason why you want to learn Round Midnight, it's not only a standard, but jazz is really all about playing the proper chord changes and chord voicings over top of the lead sheet. And it's really about improvisation. And in this video, I'm going to give you very clear instructions on how to play the proper voicings, or at least how I approach them. You're going to love it. They're great jazz voicings. They're very rich and very dissonant, and it's a lovely tune. Let's get started. Okay, so we're tackling the second line of Round Midnight in the lead sheet, so the second 4 bars. So the first 4 bars went like this. And the second line is going to be this. Okay, so again, I have a full recording of it. I posted the link to that earlier. Let's go for the A flat minor 7 to D flat 7. Now, this is part of videos that I've done before on 2/5 progressions in minor keys. But the A flat minor 7 to D flat 7 typically would resolve to an E flat major chord like this. In this case, it's going to minor. So a little bit different, but the voicing remains the same. So what we're going to do in the left hand is our root position for A flat minor 7 would be 3, 5, 7, and 9. But we're going to take the G flat and the B flat and move them to the bottom. So from here to here. And that's the voicing that we're going to play. So essentially it's G flat, B natural, or C flat. So we can write that in because it's part of the key signature. Remember, our key signature is the key of G flat and then A flat. So there's actually no accidentals on this. And then all you need to do is drop the bottom note 1 note to F and play the same chord. So it's the flat 7 on A flat minor, but then it becomes the 3rd of the next chord. The 3rd of D flat 7. And that's the voicing we're going to play. It's a great voicing. You can use that all over the place. So for example, there's an exercise that I give in other videos. It's like 2, 5, 1 in C, B flat, then A flat. So again, this is a pattern that we've used before. Because you don't want to be jumping that left hand all over the place. It's all about what's closely available and what sounds good. All right, then when we get to the E flat minor, what we're going to do is we're going to do something really, really cool. We're going to sidestep that. And if this is the only thing you learned in this video, this is something that will be infinitely useful to anything that you do. So our destination chord is E flat minor 7, and we're going to play it in force. It's the same voicing that you would get in So What, the tune by Miles Davis. And then it goes in the key of E flat minor, the second part of So What, that's the voicing. We're going to use that same voicing here. And so you can see as you start to play jazz, things are repeated over and over again. So we've got E flat, A flat, and D flat. And in the right hand, you've got the melody note, which is B flat and G flat, just like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to sidestep that by a half step, like this. Just take every note from the E flat minor and go up a half step. And then you could play the F sharp or G flat as a grace note, just like they do in jazz a lot. Right? Like that. So in So What, it's like ba-doo-ba-dee-ba-doo. So in this case, we're just doing, so A flat minor, because our melody note is C flat, which is B natural. So that's the chord we want to put over that, is a half step above the next note. And because the melody note here on A flat is really low, all we need to do, and it's the third of the chord, all we need to do is play A flat and the flat 7 in the left hand, which is G flat, just like that. Sounds good, right? And then, now we've had this voicing before when we did the first line, and it's basically the root position for C minor 7 flat 5. So C natural, E flat, G flat, and B flat. Go down a half step to B7, and so we've got B natural, E flat, and A natural. And in the right hand, you want to play the 7th, which is D flat or C sharp, and then the melody note is F. So that actually is the 9th and sharp 11. So you can see in the chord itself, it says B7 sharp 11. I've given you a little hint there. Okay, so. And B flat 7, you can just play root position in the left hand. So you got B flat, D natural, and A flat. And what I like to do is you've got some space to fill there, so you can use some other voicings for B flat 7 or whatever you want, but I like to sometimes fill it in with some jazzy improvisations. So. So in terms of context, you've got this is 2, 5 of E flat. And then you've got A flat 7, which is, in terms of the key, it's the 4th of E flat. And then you've got 2, 5, 1 of B flat. Now, I know this doesn't look like 5, but it's the tritone. So our B7 chord is tritone substitution for F7. So C minor 7 flat 5 to F7 flat 9 to B flat 7. But we're using the half step below, which is the tritone substitution. So the line again. 2, 5 to 1. Now I know it doesn't seem like 1 because it's 5 of the key, but it's leading back to E flat. But you don't think of it like that. You think of it like a 2, 5 of B flat. So. All right, let's play the whole thing to this point. So we've got E flat minor 7. Let's see, it goes here. And we'll get to that in the next video. So I want to talk about that turnaround at the end of the second A section, and then we're going to tackle the bridge in the next video. So this is a very detailed tutorial on the very famous composition by Thelonious Monk, Round Midnight, something you absolutely want to add to your arsenal of tunes. And it gets called a lot, so I definitely recommend that you learn it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, because we've got videos like this coming pretty much every day, like 5 days a week. So cheers. Thanks for your time.